Hey, what's up guys? So today in this video I'm going to teach you a sandwich trick that is inspired by an old trick by Charles Jordan called Bewildero II. I found it in this book, Charles Jordan's Best Card Tricks, which just has a lot of gems in there, and you'd be surprised what kind of gems you can find in these old books like this. This is just a continuation of my ongoing quest to find old sandwich tricks and make them into modern day workable pieces, and I hope you like them as much as I enjoy making them. Let's get into it! Alright, so for this trick, I'll be using the two black aces here, and you know what, we'll have you cut to some cards, alright? So cut anywhere, and we'll take a look at the card you cut to, which is the King of Spades, alright? So at the end of this, that King of Spades is going to appear in between these two black aces, alright? So the King of Spades goes down into the deck, like this, and we can even give them a good mix just to make sure that King of Spades is further lost into the deck, alright? So like I said, at the end of this, that King of Spades is going to appear in between these aces. In fact, we'll just try this, and we'll see if it works, alright? So as I do this, just say stop anytime. Maybe you can say stop right here, alright? So like I said, the King of Spades at the end of this will appear in between those two black aces. I mean, you could have cut anywhere, and we shuffle the deck, and you said stop anywhere. And I did make a promise, in between the aces is that King of Spades. Alright, so first of all, check out this deck of cards. This is like a trippy design here. I love these cards, and these actually came from Illusionist. It's their new deck. When you buy a mystery deck, it's going to be available pretty soon. And if you like these, if you want to get your hands on some, you know, my code is still available. Sean Devine at Illusionist. Get 10% off your entire order. They are called Marbles 2, and what a nice deck of cards to use. I just love these. Alright, so here's how you do this trick. So you want to get a pair of cards like the aces or a jokers or anything you want to use. It doesn't really matter just as long as there's a pair. And you want to start by doing this, showing the aces around and saying, look, we'll use the aces for this. And you want to pick up 3 cards. So you want to get a break under the top card. It's just a random card. The card doesn't matter, alright? So you're just picking up a random face down card under the face of aces like this. Now at this point, you ask them to just cut off some cards, and you can use the aces as sort of like a gesture to cut, alright? So say, cut off some cards and put them on the table. So they do that, alright? So now, you show them the card they cut to by turning it over with the aid of these aces here, alright? So we'll take a look at the card you cut to, the 5 of diamonds, alright? So as you turn it back over, what's going to happen is you set the ace packet back on top of this, and sort of a gesturing action to say, look, at the end of this, your card is going to appear in between those two black aces. So it's a nice little moment, and it's justified because you're using the aces. You're demonstrating what's going to happen with the aces, alright? So like it's going to appear in between the aces, alright? So once again, you have your 3 card packet, which they don't know about, and then you turn over that card. See, look, your card, the 5 of diamonds, will appear in between those two black aces at the end of this, alright? So just thumb those over, and then you put the supposed 5 of diamonds on this bottom portion, which is just a switched in card now because of that break. So you put that on top of there, and you slap these on there, making it look like that 5 of diamonds is in the middle of the deck, which really it's on top of the deck. Now you want to make it seem random, alright? So they know about where that they think their card is in the middle of the deck, alright? So you pick the deck up, and you need to give it a shuffle, which will make the card lost, and they don't know exactly where the card is at this point, alright? So the shuffle is very important. Alright, so you pick up the aces and say, I did make a promise, you know, I said that you're at the end of this, your card will appear in between the aces. So let's just try this. And what I've done here is I scooped up the aces at the same time pushing over a card and a break under it, which is their card. You know, put the aces on, saying I did make a promise that said that your card would appear in between the aces at the end of this. So let's try this. All I'm going to do here is start thumbing over cards onto the table like this and ask them to say stop anytime, alright? So as I do this, just say stop anytime. Now once they do, you're going to put the aces on top of the deck, adding in that card, their card, on top of this pile now, alright? So you say, look, we'll take the card you stopped on and put it in between the aces, which is really not. It's just you're putting all this on top of the deck and then just spreading this over and putting that card right back in the middle of the aces, which is their card. So it's a beautiful moment. So you put that there. And say, you could have stopped anywhere. Remember, you could have cut to any card. You stopped anywhere. I made you a promise that your card would appear in between these aces at the end of this. And you know what? I never break my promises. Alright guys, so as always, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. It means the world to me, it really does. And if you got some value out of it, if you learned something new, do me a huge favor, hit the like button and sub to the channel. You know, it helps me out more than you might think. Until next time, happy practicing. I love you guys.